So as I woke up from Fred Meyers, look, we go back because that bad boy took the picture. Notice that's my grandpa in the blue suit, the smooth blue suit. Now, as I pan around this room, actually notice the level of everything that I have that's blue in this bitch. As Neo was in the Matrix and they said, follow the white rabbit, one day woke up. He said, follow the blue butterfly. I didn't know what he was talking about. That's when I thought I was crazy. Because the motherfucker go through this, hey, maybe I'm slipping. Maybe I should go talk to somebody. Maybe I need to see somebody. Because I heard a voice say, follow the blue butterfly. Not once, not twice, but more than once and twice. Notice the man in the blue suit. Now, also notice the time and the date up in the corner. That man in that suit was telling me that, where's he at? Where you at, Darren? That Darren Hicks was trying to tell me something. So that's two. Now check it out. Notice that's him right there. Not in his blue suit. Same man. He passed over. That's Darren Hicks. Notice the time and the dates I'm showing you. The man in the blue suit is him who was telling me that Darren, my cousin, who was murdered, was trying to get a hold of me. So when I said I woke up and I said, I heard follow the blue butterfly, of course. I'm like, yeah, okay, I might need to talk to somebody, but guess what? There was nobody to talk to out of all the people surrounding me. Didn't think about who the fuck did I talk to? Like, I heard something say follow the blue butterfly. They would have used that shit, weaponized it, went in front of the crooked judge. See, he is crazy. So I kept it to myself until one day, this shit happened. Hear the airplane? Hear it now, right? Now, this is in January, but I got an older video that's on this device here. Remember, I got 5 devices. I've been recording my life for over 10 motherfucking years. This is why the judges go home and watch my videos. Now, I want you to watch closely. You'll notice, look at the date and the time. That's in January. You'll see the what? See it right there? That's a butterfly in New York flying around in winter. They're celebrating the murder of my cousin. They didn't notice that blue. Look at that blue ass butterfly flying around in New York in winter. What butterfly you know flies around in fucking winter? That's them celebrating their murder of my cousin. Look, the butterfly is still there. In winter. In winter. In New York, winter. Flying around. It was my dead grandpa. Hear the airplane again? The odds, right? It was my dead grandpa. In his blue suit. While I'm sitting in a blue room. You thought a 40-year-old man would actually be playing motherfucking Blue's Clues? When I said I have an infatuation with the color blue, he drilled it into my head. That was my dead grandpa at my dead cousin's funeral telling me to follow the blue. That's the only goddamn picture of a fucking butterfly I have. And it's a blue butterfly. So when I tell you I woke up one day and I heard follow the blue butterfly, I guarantee you at first I thought I was something wrong with me. Until he showed me to remember the video. And I'm like looking at this video, is that a blue butterfly? And then I looked at the time and date when they sent me from the funeral. In winter, in New York City. You telling me there's a blue butterfly as bright as can be flying around in winter in New York City? You got to find the first paw print because that's your first clue. You put it in your notebook because it's whose clues? Blue's Clues. Remember, if I would have told anybody else about what I saw, they would have went to that crooked judge at the time. See, this nigga crazy. They can't say it now. You know why? Because they poisoned Darren. You know what happens when a person is buried? And then they got to redig that body up, which means they will be desecrating a grave. They would have to go to a court system. They would have to file a piece of paper. They would have to get a warrant to redig up a body, let alone find somebody who's not corrupt to do what? An autopsy. They dug up Darren's body and found out that Darren died of fucking poison. They found out my grandmother while they were in the hospital and grandfather, guess what? They were poisoned too. So you mean now we got motive? For what? Money. That's your second clue. It's in the dead bodies. So now we got motive. Now you get to follow the money trail. Why? Because now they have a reasonable cause to what? Open up another investigation. They started following the money. How did the money get from New York to Alaska? How did the money get from New York to Alaska? Remember one episode I watched when I was watching Blue's Clues when I got kids, right? I remember this. Joe was one of the clues. I'm the third clue. Now you put them in your notebook because they're whose clues? Blue's Clues. Now you know what to do. We sat down in this room for over 365 fucking days. We sat down and we thought and we thought and we thought. And then we started putting everything together and showing you the fucking viewers at home. The FBI knows how the money got from New York to Alaska. Yes, indeed they do. Because it's Blue's Clues.